It's just a beautiful venue, really intimate, excellent beer and excellent food, and really incredible music.
I absolutely love their quirky and intimate vibe.
The musicians love the place, and so the audience love it as well.
Okay, so we're in the music.
Yeah. Everyone thinks we're a couple. I don't know why. You know.
We've been best friends since school, so we'd always talk about how amazing it would be to have a venue, the kind of venue that we'd like to hang out.
Yeah.
The kind of place where we'd like to go to listen to music.
Well, it reminds me a bit of playing at the Bluebird in Nashville. There's not much separation between the audience and the person who's singing, which is a really cool thing for the performer as well as the audience, I think. And it sounds really good too.
We have a bit of a philosophy here that I've tried to create. My favourite moments of Green Note are when you forget that there's anything between you and the musicians. And when you kind of break down that barrier between the performer and the audience, something really magical can happen in the room, and that's where we get our atmosphere from. It's a real pleasure to see a lot of the musicians come through here go on to bigger and better things. Sometimes they get a little bit too big to come back to our little tiny room that we love so much, but quite often they come back anyway and just don't tell that many people about it. It's a great feeling to feel like you've been a part of that journey to that kind of success.
There are plenty of things about the Green Note that make it exceptionally special as a venue, and not least the two women, Amy and Risa, that run it. Everything that they do seems to be done very gracefully and very effortlessly. You know, all the way from DIY to the big decisions, they're doing it all themselves.
We wanted to create a scene, bring a community to us, and there is a scene out there. I think we've tapped into it, but also created it as well.
This is not a business you do for the business side of it.
You've got to do it for the love of it.
For the love of it.
You just feel amazing vibrations. You just feel great when you're here. It's actually very, very rare, I find, in London to be at a place with so much heart.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Virtually Green Note. I hope you're doing well. My name is Nick, and I'm one of the audio engineers here at Green Note, and it's my great pleasure to be back with you once again. It's been a little while since I've been with you, and I've just realised that the avatar isn't my gorgeous face, which I shall do something about that in a little bit. Very, very sorry for being slightly late to broadcast this evening. For those of you who have been to Virtually Green Note before, especially those who've regular watchers, you probably know what that means. And unfortunately, we've had quite a big technical issue this evening, hence why I haven't changed my photo, because it's all been a little bit of a rush. Unfortunately, one of our artists this evening, we've had the internet gods have come and kicked us in the bottom. It happens every now and again. And unfortunately, we were sound checking this evening just before, and something's going on with Nancy's internet connection, or something's happening. Unfortunately, it just wasn't working. We couldn't make it work, and it just wasn't really up to the sort of the audio and visual standards that we've set here at Virtually Green Note. Nancy obviously sends massive apologies to those of you who have come to watch her, and obviously just one of those things that happens. I know that she wants us to say that she's really upset about that happening, and we'll try and reschedule another show where Nancy can join us, and we'll get that sorted over the next few weeks. However, we have still two fantastic artists for you this evening, and what they're going to do is, normally what would happen is that each artist would play 3 songs. So what's going to happen is the 2 artists that are with us are going to sort of play 6 each, and we'll just carry on regardless, and get some amazing music into your ears, and hopefully set your weekend off with an absolute bang. So that's where we are at the moment. Oh yes, sorry, I'm just, there's a couple of little messages coming in, so yes, we'll get all that done. Thank you very much. So let's introduce the other 2 artists that are playing for you this evening. It's going to be sort of I suppose a little bit of a folk show, I think is the best way. Obviously, for those of you who know Nancy, she's an award-winning folk artist, amazing force on the British music, folk music scene. And we have 2 other artists, both from Scotland, I believe, who are steeped in that tradition of folk music and songwriting. One of which I've worked with before, one of which I haven't, so it's going to be incredible, incredible evening of music making for me to listen to as well. So let's get them both onto the Green Notes virtual stage and get some music into your ears. So firstly, a wonderful singer-songwriter from Scotland. She's working on several projects, great reviews on the albums that she's released. Please welcome Jenny Sturgeon. Good evening, Jenny.
Hello. I was just playing there. I don't know if you heard
Lovely
that.
to have you with us.
It's lovely to be here.
We're all having internet fun this evening, so I'm getting weird flickers on the screen and all sorts of things.
Oh, wow.
So
we've got a storm raging outside here in Shetland, so.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
okay.
So it feels even more cozy.
Okay, maybe that's it. Maybe it's atmospherics or something.
Yes,
that's happening.
So. Super.
Secondly, again, I believe he's in Glasgow. An artist that's great. Yes, I'm getting the nod on that one. An artist that's graced the stage at Green Note. He's an absolutely amazing singer-songwriter. As I said, I worked with him a couple of times before. The last time was an amazing project, a War and Peace project with Greg Russell and Bella Hardy, which was, oh gosh, last year. Everything was last year now. Please welcome the amazing Findlay Napier.
Woo!
Hello.
Hello, Findlay.
Hello, Shetland.
Hello. Can you hear me?
This is Glasgow calling.
Yes.
Hello, London. Can you hear me, London?
Yes, London calling. London calling. We receive you, over.
Excellent.
So it does feel a little bit like that this evening. It's all a little bit crazy. As those of you who have been with us before know full well, the evening is a writers' round, and as we said, we normally have 3 artists on, and they would all go sort of round in turn, and we'd have a couple of songs each, and then we'll have a little break, and then we'd have a couple of little songs again. Sorry, I don't know why I'm using the word little there. I'm just trying to mug while everything's going wrong on my screen. But obviously, so what's going to happen is we're going to have 3 songs each from Jenny and Findlay. They're going to swap between each other. We'll have this little break. We'll go around again a couple of times. Then we'll maybe have a little chat at the end. And then we'll send you off into the weekend. And all the technical team at the Green Note will have a very stiff drink at the end of it, I think. So, without further ado, I believe, Jenny, you've picked the short straw. You're going to go first. So please welcome to our virtual stage, Jenny Sturgeon.
Thank you very much. It feels appropriate on the night that we're having up here to do something that feels a bit cozy. So this is a song called Man, which is from my recent record, The Living Mountain. Fire gathered gloom hangs softly still. Now the wild hill rain is over, and all that moves, a star or two, moves slowly. Firelight in from the cold, away from the dark. Here we are, chasing flames that roar through the world and will not tame. From the hidden fires of cosmic motion, and all that moves, a star or two, moves slowly. Firelight burning deep in the heart of man, it lies unfelt and forgotten under the covered heat, to a blaze asunder. Unquiet eyes that stare in wonder, and all that moves, a star or two, moves slowly. And we three talk a while in the spell of it sleeping. An older fire than the hearth, it wakes from sleeping. It wakes from sleeping. From sleeping, it wakes, and all that moves, a star or two, and all that moves, a star or two, and all that moves, a star or two, moves slowly. There we go. Could you hear my heartbeat? It's feeling quite. I've done one other gig through lockdown, and I was saying during that, it's like I don't think I've ever been this nervous in my own house, which is probably a good sign. That's the last thing you want, isn't it, to feel this nervous in your own home? But
I could hear your secret accordion.
Secret accordion.
I was like, where's the secret accordionist?
Yeah, there is. Yeah, he's called Bob.
Playing accordion behind you. Bob. It's not Bob Gibbon, is it? There's lots of people saying hello to us. Hello, Joe, and hello, Jim, and David, and Anne, and Nigel.
Oh wow, look at that.
And some Laura from Brazil, and Anne from Devon. Look at all these people. Hello, and Gail, Agent Gail.
Big love to you, Gail. I hope you've got a big gin and tonic with you.
And Anne, yeah, thanks everyone. That was called Man, wasn't it?
It was.
Is it from your new hit record that won a prize?
It is. I know. I feel like I should have. My prize arrived today. I feel like I should have had it beside me, like Exhibit
like
A.
A little cup. Was it like a huge big cup thing?
It's a big glass award, which I know is going to get covered in dirty fingers and dust.
Can it be used as an ashtray or a drinking vessel?
No.
Or both?
Not either of those.
All right, that's a shame.
It looks quite good though.
We've got one from when Jill won the Young Traditional Musician of the Year. That's a really nice fruit bowl.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Is it meant to be a fruit bowl?
I don't really know what it's meant to be. It's
Okay.
It's a massive glass thing. It would make a really nice helmet.
Can you post a photo of that after the gig?
I might during the break go and get it and put it on my head.
That would make me very happy.
Seeing as you did Man, I will do narcissistic toxic masculinity Man. I wrote this. I've got this studio that I share with Boo Hewardine and Chris Drever and Ewan Burton, and I've been going and writing in it every week, and it means that I've written loads of songs since we took it. So I'm going to inflict them on this audience. But this is one of the ones I wrote quite recently, and I recorded it. Me and Angus Lyon recorded it the other day. We accidentally made a record. Anyway, this is going on. It's called I'm Sorry, or I've Never Been Wrong, and it's basically the words of Donald You Know Who.
When's your new record going to be out, Findlay?
We don't know. It's not quite finished. It's really close to being finished. In fact, in one form it is finished, because we recorded it live, but we're getting people to do overdubs and add things. I spent all day today sitting here with my electric guitar, being shredding. You know,
nice
shredding, laying down some licks.
Yeah.
Going like this.
With that face, hopefully, as well.
Oh yeah.
Presumably there'll be some
recorded.
pictures of that in the sleeve notes.
Yeah. Oh, Lucy wants to know if I need my glasses. Yes, please, Lucy. Could I have my glasses? Because I literally fell asleep just before we were supposed to go and do them, and I woke up. Anyway.
That is the joy of. Sorry, interrupting you. They're going to say the joy of doing a gig from home is that you can have your slippers on, and for me, the green room was sitting in the bath with a cup of tea. Which you don't. It's not the normal green room that you get when you're doing a gig. So
yeah, passed out of my own
or
bed.
having a nap on your own sofa.
Meditating.
Yes.
I don't know. So my assistant may come and join me in a wee minute during this song. I'll start anyway, because yeah, here we go. Very new song. I've never been wrong. I've never been wrong. So sure am I wouldn't lie. I've never been wrong. I'm sorry that you feel this way. I'm sorry that you chose to burden me with this today. But you know how it goes. You get garrulous and sad. You turn it all around, and somehow I'm the one who's bad. I'm sorry backing down is weak. I'm sorry you chose someone as strong as me. I don't know why you cry like I'm guilty of some crime. It might happen, baby. You could be right next time. I've never been wrong. I've never been wrong. So sure am I wouldn't lie. I've never been wrong. I'm sorry you're not making sense. I'm sorry I didn't think you'd take offense. But you're kind of soft, and that's what I like about you. Keep up this business and baby we'll be through. I've never been wrong. I've never been wrong. So sure am I wouldn't lie. I've never been wrong. I've never been wrong. I've never been wrong. So sure am I wouldn't lie. I've never been wrong. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Woo woo woo. I like that.
Oh, here we are. Here she is.
I was quietly singing along there just in case I was actually unmuted.
Here's Lucy. Here's Lucy. Thank you, Lulu.
Hello.
That's Jenny, and then And over
Nice to meet
there's
you.
the rest of the internet.
Oh, someone's asking to see the picture behind you, Findlay.
All right.
That's beautiful.
Just slides like that. It's my mum's picture. That it's off the beach at Dunbar, actually, where I used to go surfing when I was able to go surfing. I'm going to sell my surfboard. If anyone wants to buy a surfboard, I do now have one for sale. 9'6", really nice. Swap you for a Canadian canoe.
Has it got a name?
Yeah, well, I used to call it the tanker because it was so big. It's like a big blue tanker. But also when I used to go out surfing on it, I used to sing over and over again, she's a witch of hazel and electric blue. In her own mad mind, she's in love with you. Over and over and over again. Just that little bit of that one song. So yeah, it could be Strange Brew.
Yeah.
It's in lovely condition.
You could post a picture of that up after as well.
Yeah.
Just a picture of you with the...
Well, no one's buying music, maybe they're buying surfboards.
Well, indeed. I once went... I lived in Cornwall for a year and tried surfing, and it's not the sport for me. Turns out I'm not very stable and like to fall in, and I swear the wave was like 6 foot tall, but I think in reality it was maybe like 20 centimetres, and
it's really like fishermen catching fish. It was massive.
It was massive.
It's big.
Yeah. I stood up for a moment. I got so excited I fell over.
It'll be great in Shetland surfing if you're on the right coast.
Well, the problem is that there's a lot of orca around.
Oh, right.
Which the idea just terrifies me of being on the water when there's a big whale dolphin that's going to
rub mints all over your knees and you'll be fine.
That's true. Do my best seal impression. So I guess I'll sing a song. This next song is I wrote it, funnily enough, a few years ago, and it's never really had much of an airing, but it's called Solitude, and I feel like it was leading up to the pandemic, and I just didn't realise it. It was a bit of a premonition. But it was about how much I enjoy writing music and songwriting, but I find it really difficult to do it if I've got a lot of distractions, and so the idea of going off to a house on my own feels like a really important, good thing to do, and I'm regretting that now, obviously. Turns out that a pandemic is not necessarily the most productive time for me, but anyway, this song is called Solitude, and it's partly about how I'm always amazed by how much washing up one person can create. It's not something I enjoy doing, and it really annoys me. So there we go. And a bit of a rant at Radio 4 as well. It's a bit of all the things. Anyway, this is Solitude. Oh, I'm just going to check my tuning though. Bring me lonely days, bring me solitude, but not anymore. I'd quite like there not to be any solitude, for it takes me a while to lose myself. Take me out of my home and away to a silent place. Just me and the birds and the rattling windows. How can one person make that much washing up? It's just me and the radio with James for someone to talk to. But he does the talking and I do the arguing. Just me and the birds and the rattling windows. Just me and the birds and the rattling windows. helps take me back to a place filled with simpler times. Down past the tall trees where leaves fairly fall. No connection, no news, no loss, no sorrow. No connection, no news, no loss, no sorrow. Just me and the birds and the rattling windows.
Hey. While you were singing, I was like, I should try and be a good crack if I could do something that's slightly tied in with what you're doing. So it's like seamless, like a radio show.
This is great. It means I don't have to think on my feet because I'm always going first.
Yeah, you can do it how you like. And I'm scrolling through things. I just thought of one. You know, me and Megan Henwood did this EP called The Story Song Scientists. In fact, we did a gig in the Green Note and it was really, really good fun. Meg got so drunk after the gig that she forgot she was a vegetarian, and we had a burger on the way home.
Was it worth it? Or
I know it was rubbish. It was really fun. It was a highlight of that tour, actually. Just her sitting there munching away, and then her boyfriend going, "You're not a vegetarian, Meg," and her going, "Oh." Oh, what am I doing? I'm terrible. Anyway, this is one of the songs that we wrote. It's called The North Pond Phantom, and it's about a guy whose name has totally escaped my head because I haven't introduced this for ages. And it's Dropbox is trying to upload something now. Great timing, Dropbox. That's the last thing that we need. In fact, why didn't you just switch yourself off? Hang on. Quit. I can't believe it. Yeah, so the guy, what's his name? Christopher Knight. He is called the North Pond Phantom, and what he would do, he drove into rural Maine, abandoned his car and walked into the woods, and he was out there for years. In fact, 27 years he was out in the woods. He never spoke to anyone. He never saw anyone. He just would break into cabins and steal books and magazines, and occasionally he'd steal food. And batteries, actually, batteries was one of the things he would nick to make, to get his torch working. So this is kind of an amazing story. Eventually they caught him with one of those capture cams, those animal capture cams. They got him with one of those, like
a deer in the headlights.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, and I mean, I guess he just never, he'd been away for 27 years. Digital cameras? No such thing when he left. It's really weird, isn't it?
Wow.
This is it, the North Pond Phantom. Took to the woods, packed and headed north. Drove right through his hometown, didn't even stop. Kept on going till he ran out of gas. Left the car open, keys on the dash. Conscience got real quiet as winter it took hold. Stealing food is easy when you're hungry and you're cold. Never smashed a window or knocked down a door. Took only what he needed, not a mouthful more. Moon moves a minute hand, seasons turn the hour. Your name becomes a memory as nature reclaims power. For 27 years he didn't say a word, only read the Bible once, no opinion of the world, more locked away than anyone in human history. They found him in the clearing, they stripped his liberty. Moon moves the minute hand, seasons turn the hour, your name becomes a memory as nature reclaims power. The electric eyes they planted couldn't see inside his head, and it wouldn't really matter if they let him go instead. Back to the boulder circle, flat floor of magazines, morsel book and flashlight, the life that he had dreamed. Turn the hour, your name becomes a memory as nature reclaims power. Moon moves the minute hand, seasons turn the hour, your name becomes a memory as nature reclaims power.
Oh, I love that line. That his name becomes a memory as nature reclaims power. Yes.
There you go.
Mon the nature.
On the nature.
Mon the nature.
Orcas.
Woohoo!
I realise that not everyone will have seen. What was that Chewing the Fat that was on?
Oh,
I think it was Chewing the Fat. The guy.
I've not seen it either.
Have you not seen it? That's where the Mon the line comes from.
Oh, Mon the.
It was like he was like a sort of new age traveller type chap that would appear and in the background is someone filming something and be like, ah, "Come on, the fish!"
Brilliant. You're a right good storyteller with your songs, Findlay. I love them.
Thank you very much. Let's tune loudly over the top of each other talking.
Yeah, okay.
It's all together now.
It's not a folk gig unless that happens, so.
Absolutely not. Yeah, I know, it's like we've appeased the folk gods now.
Yeah.
There's people saying things. So, Ma Swanee, or it's M.A. Swanee. That'll be our nickname now. Ma Swanee wants to hear you playing the Living Mountain in Birmingham next year.
Fingers crossed.
You're going to bring the entire mountain with you.
Yeah. I've got quite a big car, so I think I can just ram it in.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Oh, that'll be nice. It'll be nice to do go on tour again.
I know.
That'd be
I
lovely,
haven't been
wouldn't
to
it?
England for ages, and I like going to England because
Yeah.
I go running and go to random places, running around the place. I'm really missing
It's a good way
that.
to experience a place.
Yeah, I've kind of worn out Queen's Park, Pollock Park, and all the parks around here. Like, totally worn them out.
I've not been to Scotland for ages. I know, like
that's a really weird thought.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
folk in Shetland say, "Oh, I'm going to Scotland," because I live on the mainland here, so just so people don't get confused, you say I'm going to Scotland. So I've not been to Scotland for a while. But there we go. It'll happen. Here's another at some point. Here's another track from The Living Mountain. This one is called Air and Light. on a path of my own, up where the air is clear, a crystal quality, that's where I'll be. Wander along the hurried stream, the waterlogged earth, feel it soft underfoot. A beauty in the rise and fall, between the sun and Rose Rock, my thoughts drift away. An illusion of light. Feel the rain in the air, where the thin mist is hanging shrouded. Dwarfed by the sky at night, these fearless mountains are nearly lost from sight. Track the hill with the harvest moon, moving, shifting on across a winter's sky. An illusion of light. Feel the rain in the air, where the thin mist is hanging shrouded. She's there. Down with the fog, and down comes the rain. Down with the fog, and down comes the rain. Down with the fog, and down comes the rain. Comes the rain.
I did a woo first, but I forgot to unmute myself. So I went, woo, woo.
Why, thank you.
Oh, that's nice. Nigel there has made it clear that I did a gig with him about a year ago.
Oh,
down in-
and Carol.
Oh man, it was a
With
really
lovely
nice
Carol
gig.
Anderson. And Iona.
Yeah.
Lovely souls.
Yeah, it was a really nice gig. So I think that was one of those gigs where I did my classic. Great gig, I'm driving to Glasgow, see you
Got an
later.
8-hour drive ahead of me.
Yeah, gotta get it done now. It's so much quicker getting through England at night. There's quite a lot of people live in England. It's amazing.
It's quite a good fact there, just to throw that one in, just in case anybody's not sure. It's quite.
Well, if you hadn't figured it out, the really easy way to do is leave Glasgow at 9 o'clock in the morning, which is supposedly rush hour, and you're like, oh, it's quite busy, and then by about 11:15, you're like, oh my god, there's so many people.
You hit T-Bay services and it's all mad. It's mad. They're all there as well.
There. It's like south of T-Bay, beyond the wall. It's like King's Landing down there.
It's actually really warm though. Every time I go south, I'm like, wow, it's actually really warm in other places that aren't Scotland.
I have to take some of my pairs of underpants off.
Some of them.
Some of them.
What's your normal number?
Well, 3 this time
okay.
of year. Yeah. My long johns. I've got
quite
long
glad.
johns with a layer of porridge in between them to keep me warm.
And a handy snack as well.
Yeah, as well if you don't want to get caught out. Oh,
that's brilliant.
Right, I think this will be my number 3. So I think, is there a short commercial break after this? This just because you did that one, Jenny, about the air, so I was going to do this. This is Under the Moon and Over the Sea. It's really short, I warn you in advance. I've started writing really short songs. I did this 2 songs for this project called Miniatures. I might play them both later on because they're 1 minute long. So yeah, this is like I just got really into writing short songs. I managed to extend this one slightly, so I'll play a long intro to make it. Under the moon and over the sea, one day you'll bring my love home to me. Over the sea and under the moon, bring them home quickly, safely and that's it.
Oh, that's a great folk club song.
Yeah.
Do you get? I imagine lots of people singing along
No
with
one's-
that.
no one's
It's
ever
making me feel teary just the thought about
No
it.
one's ever sung along with it because it's so new, which is a really weird thing.
Oh well, this is
Could I?
true.
I need to make an announcement. I meant to say this at the start. I'm kind of doing the new stuff but if anybody wants to hear any old songs, just put it in the requests and I'll do it. I've got all the words and all the chords. Not in my head,
So
on a
organised.
screen in front of me because I haven't done a gig for ages. So
That is the joy as well. Like we wouldn't know if you hadn't said that.
totally,
You should have just pretended they were
it's
all in
really
there.
interesting. He just looks up there like this. You could probably see it reflected. You can see it in my glasses.
I don't.
would-
Well, that's why Lucy brought through your glasses, isn't it? She knew.
She knew. He's singing all the words wrong. Right, next there. What's
Oh,
the
there's-
question?
Hello.
What do you want?
A stable internet connection would be really, really lovely at the moment. The best technical reception that we're getting, at least I'm getting at the moment, is from the person that is the furthest away from me in this whole broadcast, which is the Shetland Isles. So I have no idea what's going on this evening.
That is a first because the internet
Is
here
it?
is diabolical.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I forgot that although I said at the top of the show there was a lot going on, sorry for the ums and ahs, everybody, there was all sorts of fun and games happening on my screen. I have met Jenny before because I did her sound check, and
That's I was
and
late,
the
remember.
moment she's that's right. I don't hold it against you.
Okay,
It's
good.
fine. Just blank you. It's fine.
Yeah.
No, and the wonderful thing is obviously when you sound check such wonderful artists, really you get a show all to yourself. And sometimes you forget to tell them that they can stop playing, and you just wander around listening to them. This wonderful music, and Jenny was definitely one of those. I had to sort of. She said, "Is that enough?" Oh gosh, no, wonderful time. So I completely remember. So sorry about that faux pas at the top. And obviously Findlay, as I said, I have worked with a couple of times, and thank you to you both. It's just an amazing evening. Thank you for dealing with the technical issues and stepping in and filling up with some extra songs. Thank you so much. It's sounding absolutely amazing, and although I can't quite tell what's going on because I'm like, Findlay's now disappeared off my screen. I think he's still there.
Oh, I can see him.
So oh, that's good. That's good. We've made it through to the first half. Ian, who is running all the technicals behind the scenes this evening, hasn't texted me to say that he's now stumped off and he's not doing any more and thrown his toys out the pram. So a big thank you to Ian, who is like been dealing with all of the horrors that have been happening this evening. So
that's no
for
way
those
to talk
of you
about me and
who
Findlay, but
all of those.
I didn't want to make it personal in any way, but it's no, obviously not. Thank you, Jenny and Findlay. It's been absolutely amazing so far. Obviously, we shall look forward to a little bit more in the second half. And as I was about to say, those of you who have been with us before sort of know the form. We have a little break now, and we'll let Jenny and Findlay just take a moment to grab a drink and figure out what they're going to play in the second set. Keep the comments rolling in because it's wonderful to have you all with us and commenting. But for now, we shall say goodbye to Jenny and Findlay just for a moment. Saying if you can do that, do the magic, and we shall welcome to our virtual stage the owners, the founders of Green Note, the people that book all of these shows in the virtual world and book most of the shows in the real 3D world, which hopefully we'll be getting back to soon. Please welcome Risa and Imi. Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey, Nick.
Hey.
How's the blood pressure?
It's very hard, but I have to say, it's like,
Yeah.
Right. And you got to roll with these things, technology is just, you got to, I've had internet trouble a week, but it's so boring to talk about it. We just have to kind of go with it, don't we?
Anyway, the show is gorgeous. I'm loving it.
And loving these two artists. And for those of you who weren't there, perhaps at the beginning of the show, just to let you know that Nancy Kerr, who was meant to be joining us, joining Jenny and Findlay, had some technical issues. So she's very sorry to not be part of the show tonight, but we will be having her back at some point.
Yeah, we'll find another date for her.
We'll find another date for her.
So don't worry. But yeah, hopefully you're enjoying this as much as we are.
Yeah. So our usual halftime announcements. Let's keep them quick. Keep them brief.
So we are here twice a week, every Wednesday and Friday night, live at 8 p.m. UK time. If you're not able to join us live, the shows are on our YouTube channel for a week afterwards. So please do spread the word to music-loving friends who you think might enjoy the shows as well. Sorry. We're on all the social media, so please do follow us. Whichever social media you use. The media. Sorry, my throat is really going tight. The media handle. 1 second.
Yeah, I was having throat tickles as well. I got my cup of tea right here. So yeah.
Our social media handle is Green Note Music everywhere except for Twitter, where it's just Green Note. So do check us out on all of those. Actually, if you're on Instagram, I just learned today how to do GIFs, so please check out our story because I was quite excited about that.
Yeah, Risa is very excited about when you learn something new. It's like always...
I know, it's exciting to learn new things.
Novelty.
Exactly. We also have a mailing list, so please do join us there. We just send 2 emails out a month, just letting you know what's happening with these shows and with our venue, which is still closed since March. But if anything changes, we will let you know. But for now, we're just continuing with these shows, and we're really loving them. It's a fun way of passing the time in lockdown, I guess, and just having amazing music in our own homes and being able to curate these shows that we wouldn't necessarily be able to put on at the venue. So it's
and like I say, staying connected as well with all the musicians and artists, our musical community and audiences as well, music lovers and Green Note regulars. It's really nice to see you stopping by and see your names pop up in the comments.
And I think we have quite a few new people tonight, so welcome. Please do join us again. Even if you don't know the other artists, it's a really brilliant way of discovering new music. So do come back. Emmy's going to let us know now how the show's run. So.
Yes, well, I've just posted the link to join the Green Note mailing list in the chat, so you can click on that if you'd like to join. And just to let you know that the shows are not ticketed, but they're donation based. So if you can and if you're able to, we always ask that if you could make a donation via our PayPal link, which you can find listed on YouTube, Facebook, and our website. And now I'm posting that in the chat as well. So yes, you can find the link to donate to tonight's show, and each show is a separate entity, so make sure you select the correct one. The suggested donation is £10, but anything you can manage is hugely welcome and appreciated. And it's a little different tonight because there's only 2 artists, so we need to figure out how we'll do it. But usually we divide the donations 4 ways because there's always 3 acts, and then the last quarter goes to Green Note, so that each act gets 1 quarter, and then so tonight will just be divided, I guess, 3 ways instead of 4 ways to the 2 acts who are playing, and then the third will go to Green Note. If anyone specifically came to see Nancy and was disappointed not to see her, just do drop us an email. If you'd already donated before the show started, drop us an email and we can reallocate that to when she's next playing. But otherwise, it's just rolling with things, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's so wonderful to have these 2 artists with us. And
yeah, it really is. You know what's so nice in the chat is how many people comment where they're from. I love when a global audience.
I love hearing that. Just got California, Brazil, and Netherlands, all over.
Yeah, it's very cool.
So do tell us where you're tuning in from if you haven't already.
Yeah. Should we say a bit about the upcoming shows we've got?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So who have we got next week? We've got
another British folk bill next week, haven't we? With Sam Lee,
Lucy Farrell,
Rowan Reingans, and Lucy Farrell. Yeah, that's coming up next week.
If you're enjoying tonight, I think you'll also really enjoy next Friday night. Who else have we got? Melissa James is playing on Wednesday. She's like jazzy blues with a duo. Nell Greco, who you might recognise from Green Note, is playing in her duo called Akimbo. They're kind of jazz and folk. And then Rebecca Holwig, who's like folky country.
Folky American country, yeah.
Singer-songwriter. Yeah, I think that's going to be a gorgeous one on Wednesday. And then I think we've got a few more Americana shows coming up after that. So yeah, basically these shows are just a brilliant way of discovering new music. It's always like folk or Americana, rootsy, Green Note-y style music. So if you like what we do at Green Note, you'll probably really like most of these shows. So please do come back.
Thanks for that lovely comment, Martin, that we're doing a fantastic job with these shows. Usually they're pretty slick, and when we have technical issues, it's not. We just, like I say, we've got to roll with them. But thank you for the love there in the comments. It's nice to hear that feedback.
All right, should we get back to the music?
Yeah.
Cool. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Yes. Music.
Thank you, guys. Brilliant. So yes, let's without any further ado, let's get our artists back on to our virtual stage. So please welcome Jenny and Findlay. Sorry,
Nice
Jenny,
to be
I don't know why I keep saying Jenny and Findlay. I think I'm just actively trying to rhyme both your names for
That's
reasons
right, I'm enjoying
my
it.
brain wants to can only explain in the so let's get back to some fantastic music and pass over once again to Jenny Sturgeon.
Did everyone have a nice break? I got myself a
it was lovely.
juice. A hot juice. You had a nice break. Is that Findlay? Yeah. There's nobody else. I can't hear anybody else, can I? Oh well. It's nice to see all your comments coming in. There's so many nice comments. Thank you all for posting there. It's nice to see your names cropping up and saying lovely things, which is very much appreciated. I will do another one from the new record. This is, I should probably explain it a little bit actually. So The Living Mountain is a record I made towards the about around this time last year, and then did a bit more recording on it in sort of early February. And it's inspired by Nan Shepherd's book, The Living Mountain, and it's a lovely little book, a really tiny wee book. It's got 12 chapters. It's all about the Cairngorm mountain range, which is very close to where I grew up in Aberdeenshire. So I lived maybe 20-minute drive away from the Cairngorms National Park, and then about an hour away from where to go in and walk up the hills. And the book is just a gorgeous little parcel of description, and she kind of covers every single element of the mountain. So the 12 chapters cover things from the plateau, which is there's a beautiful flat part of the mountains right up at the top, and she discusses the group as a whole, and the birds, the animals and the insects, the senses, being in the mountains, sleeping in the mountains. And it's a gorgeous book, and it's lovely because there's no ego in it. And it's just her stunning little descriptions of this place. And I think it's lovely because it's applicable across any landscape, and it's really changed the way that I experience being in a landscape, whether that's here, going for a walk from the house, or whether I'm going for a walk up the hill. And I think just experiencing things, taking in more of the senses, really. And so this, the process was that I sat and wrote a song per chapter of the book, and collected field samples from within the Cairngorms and kind of interwove these songs with field samples. And that's kind of how it came about. And this is for chapter 2, which is The Recesses. And this is the last song that I wrote out of the collection, and I think I was trying to overcomplicate it, and I just sat down and played 3 notes on the guitar, and that ended up being this little song, another short song to mirror Findlay's. And this is called The Recesses. What to see, to feel, to know when you're there. Cracks and fissures, fractures, forced and falling fair, in the dark and hidden, you don't really know what's there. What to bring, to hold, to leave when you go. Blurring edges, smoothing stone, carry downstream as you're taken, propelling forwards and never looking back. It started with a stream and goes on and on, on and on. It started with a stream and goes on and on, never ending. Cheers. I think there might actually be 5 notes in it, but there's not many.
Oh well, you could go and do it
I
again
know,
with 3.
I know, shouldn't I? I lied. Sorry, everybody.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
I'm leaving.
going home.
Oh no.
I'm already there. I know there's nowhere to go. Just you like peering out occasionally from behind your sofa, looking around. I got some requests. Thank you, requesters. Conveniently, my last album had a lot of covers on it, so my cover can be one of those requests as well. Or I can do my dreadful version of Teenage Dirtbag. So what was first?
Ooh,
John Innes.
so many.
asked for John
So many
Innes
good
asked-
ones. Sorry, I'm just going to keep interrupting you, Findlay.
No, it's okay. I'm just doing the same to you. I don't. This is great. I don't have any delay or anything. I can
Yeah, I
hear
know.
you crystal clear.
It's like you're in my head.
Yeah, I have to say, very jealous of the old wood panelling.
Or it's tell you what, our house was built in the 90s and it's everywhere.
Is it?
Yeah. It's cozy, but it's quite intense as well. It's a bit like being in a cabin.
I like it. I'll do. This is Wire Burners, which I wrote with Boo Huerdine for the Glasgow album. Wire Burners were the guys that would go around and collect the scrap wire and scrap metal from the building sites, and they'd melt it down inside a shopping trolley. So you get a shopping trolley, put all the wire in, pack it full of newspaper, set fire to it, it burns the plastic covering off the wire, which is very good for the environment and their lungs. And then they'd be left with the metal, and then they'd take that metal down and sell it. And there's these two guys. There's a video about it on YouTube. I wouldn't say it's the most cheery of videos, but it's very good. It's pretty full. It's pretty hard going. But this is kind of the words. Some of the guys, the actual words that they said. By the way, where was it you grew up? In Aberdeenshire.
In Afford.
In Afford. All right.
Have you heard of the Afford Transport Museum?
Oh yes, I've been there.
Oh yes, yeah. World famous.
I'm a teenage boy from the Highlands, of course. I've been there. I was a teenage boy from the Highlands.
Did you ever go to the Heritage Centre?
No. Does it have
it's
cars?
Great. No, it doesn't. It's tractors. Lots of tractors.
No.
That was good.
Oh well. No, we didn't. No, we might have gone
okay.
with tractors. Would have floated our boat.
Because
you
were Granton on Spey, is that right?
Yeah, Granton on Spey.
Just over the hill.
Just over the hill. Over the mountain.
The Cairngorms. There we go.
Yeah. God, we could have done some link up. Green Note
I know.
people. We never even thought of that. Both
We thought
sides, the Cairngorms.
Yeah.
And you could have had a mountain in the middle, and then me on one side and Jenny on the other. That could have been the logo and everything. It's a new record. It's a new hit
beautiful.
record that
Yeah,
we're putting out.
Yeah.
Both sides, the Cairngorms.
It's got a certain ring to it. It's familiar somehow. I don't know why.
It's almost like both sides, the Tweed.
Yeah.
Cairngorms instead. Cairngorms.
Yeah.
Right, sorry, I'm faffing around. Boy in the bright blue G is applauding from home. I hope you stop. Your hands will be aching because we've been talking for ages. It's a regular 9 to 5. It's the way that we survive. Only way to keep alive. Wire burners. You can see us on the street, but our eyes will never meet. You will never see us greet. Wire burners. How I came to be this way, I couldn't tell. All I can say, tomorrow will be like today, and every day. Pushing trolleys through the town with the scrap that we have found. Daylight ghosts that walk around. Wire burners. How I came to be this way, I couldn't tell. All I can say, tomorrow will be like today, and And every day followed a rainbow over the Clyde to the fireplace on the other side. In plain sight is where they hide wire burners. And I know this much is true for wire burners old as new, but for the grace of God go you. How I had to forgot the words. Something about wire burners. Wire burners. Completely gone. Completely gone. It just went. It happens. Sometimes it happens at gigs as well. That hasn't happened.
Do people shout out though, at least to try and help you out?
Yeah, sure. Get your act together, mate.
Yeah, that's not quite what I was thinking, but yeah.
Pull yourself together.
I was thinking the words in a more constructive, helpful way.
Yeah, no. No, they do. There's one that I do quite a lot called George. That it became a problem.
Oh, I
and
love
had to
that
stop
song.
Well, people knew all the words, and they would sing all the words, and I would hear them singing the words just after I'd sung them.
Oh yeah.
And it would create like a feedback loop in my head, and I would lose my place, and they would just carry on.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't get back in.
You'd have to stop and be like, "Can you please not sing along?"
Yeah, we did it with the Barron Mountaineers on like a big, kind of quite a big stage in at Bella Drum Festival, and we had the full band and all that, and I could hear these people singing over the top of the full PA system. They were in front of the PA, and it was just like, you got to stop. I can't concentrate. It's lovely, I'd love it, but God, stop, please.
We did a gig. I'm in a band up here called Herkia, and we did a gig at New Year. Last year was it? I don't know, but people started clapping along on our last track, but horrendously out of time, and
Granny
we were all
clapping.
It was brilliant. Like there was just a sea of like breaking sticks. It sounded like
Yeah.
it was yeah. It was brilliant.
Yeah.
It's
I know it well.
It's challenging circumstances. I think it makes you stronger.
I can't remember who it is I saw like on a gig just going, right, like in the middle of a song, just stopping and going, that's it, stop. What are you doing? If you're going to clap, you all have to clap at the same time, or just don't.
It's actually quite hard to clap at the wrong time, but
Well, I mean, it's a big room though. It's like it's really
yeah,
loud.
I know,
like,
it's
just
echoey.
Stop. Just don't clap along.
Just don't.
Just listen. You know.
Just do this.
Yeah. Or I don't know.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of naked puppets.
Oh, brilliant. Charlie McCarran, the fiddle player, tells a great story that I think his great granddad or somebody was at a James Scott Skinner gig, so an incredible fiddler from Scotland, and
the Strathspey King.
The Strathspey King.
Self-proclaimed.
Yeah. Excellent. It's always good,
I'm
isn't
the
it?
best.
Because everybody always believes people when they say that.
Yeah. Maybe Charlie should do that as well.
Yeah,
I'm Charlie
I think he
McCarran.
should. I am the best.
Strathspey.
The king. But apparently the story was that everybody started clapping along while James Scott Skinner was playing a tune, and he like stopped the tune and he was like, look, if you want, because it was in the days of like music hall when there was no amplification, he's like, look, if you want to, you know, clap along or tap your feet, like you can tap your toes within your shoe. Is his way of being like, you can move your toes up and down, but no noise.
It's very specific.
Apparently he hated it when people tap their foot along. So there we go.
Well, he's the king.
Well, yeah, I know. It's true. No one's going to mess with that.
No.
I thought I'd maybe do my cover now.
Hit me with your rhythm stick.
That's not the one I was going to do, but should add it to the list. Yeah, this is one of my favourite songs, so I thought I should try and cover it, and we will see what happens. Suzanne takes your hand and leads you to the river. You can hear the boats go by, you can spend the night beside her. You know that she's half crazy, but that's why you want to be there. And she feeds you tea and oranges that come all the way from China. And just when you mean to tell her that you have no love to give her, then she gets you on her wavelength and lets the river answer that you've always been her lover. And you want to travel with her, and you want to travel blind, and you think maybe you'll trust her, for she's touched your perfect body with her mind. And Jesus was a sailor when he walked upon the water. He spent a long time watching from his lonely wooden tower. And when he knew for certain only drowning men could see him, he said, all men shall be sailors then, until the sea shall free them. But he himself was broken long before the sky would open. Forsaken, almost human, he sank beneath your wisdom like a stone. And you want to travel with him, and you want to travel blind, and you think maybe you'll trust him, for he's touched your perfect body with his mind. Suzanne takes your hand and leads you to the river. She's wearing rags and feathers from Salvation Army counters, and the sun pours down like honey on Our Lady of the Harbour. And she shows you where to look among the garbage and the flowers. There are heroes in the seaweed, there are children in the morning. They are leaning out for love, and they'll lean that way forever, while Suzanne holds the mirror. And you want to travel with her, and you want to travel blind, and you think maybe she'll trust you, for you've touched her perfect body with your mind.
Nice. I'm going through my list of songs here now, going, oh, what man? I feel like doing something more fancy now you've done it.
Oh, is that? I don't know if that, I wouldn't know if that was fancy. What were you going to do originally?
I was going to do Glasgow because someone asked for it, because I didn't actually write the song Glasgow. It was written by Julia Dugan. So maybe I should stick to that. But I thought you did Leonard Cohen. I was good.
Oh yeah.
Burn on a Wire. But then I was thinking, if Lulu's still about, she might come through and sing a song with me, so I could maybe do a song with Lucy. But because we did Taking a Walk, which is like our lockdown hit in this house, was that John Prine song, Taking a Walk. But I can't find it. I'll tell you what I'll do.
Can you do all of those, please? I would quite enjoy all of those.
Just like a wee bit of each. Well, if it goes as well as the last one did, I probably will. It's Charlie Door's there. Charlie Door. That new record of Charlie Door's, absolutely fantastic. Put it in your ears, everyone.
I don't have it. I'll have to invest.
It's good. I think I can't remember if it was that one or the other one. It was so good I had to buy 2 copies. because I like it all so much.
Is that so you can have I do that sometimes, so I can have a car CD and then a house CD?
Well, actually, I bought one for my mother-in-law because I got my mother-in-law the other one, not the other one because there's quite a lot. I got Breakfast of Neutrinos. That's not called that though. I can't remember what it's called. I have to look at my phone to remember what it's called. But I really like that one as well. What I do, in fact, funnily enough, what a weird coincidence. Nigel was on the comments there, and after I left Nigel's gig, I'd listened to Charlie, and then Justin Curry, and then Charlie, and then Justin Curry, all the way from Glasgow to London. All the way from London to Glasgow, just one album after another. It's really good. It was like a sort of. By the end of it, I went completely insane. I think that could be the ultimate mashup. By the way, is the ultimate band is Charlie Dore and Delamitri. It'd be amazing. Anyway, oh God, what am I going to play? I'll play this. I'll play.
Just a medley. That would be good.
I'll do Young Goths in the Necropolis, and I'll leave my other one to my thing to the end. This is about the Necropolis in Glasgow, which is a graveyard just behind the hospital. And yeah, what can I say about it? I this was the song. I used the hill in the Necropolis as a way of judging my fitness, and so I would run round the back of the hospital and past the cathedral and up into the Necropolis. And one time I was up there, these guys, there was these goths coming down the hill, and arm in arm, and I thought they're going to start shouting stuff at me. But they didn't. They totally cheered me on, which I thought was a really decent thing to do, because I must have looked terrible, like overweight, sweaty in my lycra running gear and all that. And they were like, "Come on!" So I wrote this song for them because I thought it was really nice. Like, two goths. It's like, where do you want to go? I don't know. Let's go for a walk in a graveyard. Up there in the graveyard where all the weirdos go, I saw you making footprints in the freshly sprinkled snow. You trampled out a pentagram, arms wrapped about your chest. From the spires to the islands, we looked out to the west. Up there in the graveyard, the city of the dead, you were Lady Mayor and I did everything you said. You summoned all the demons, none of them appeared. Snow melted in the afternoon, the magic disappeared. A genius of memory, we walked among the stones. I felt your fingers touching mine, and I felt safe and free. When he wasn't talking with the birds or ringing on his bell, St. Mungo fished for salmon at the bottom of this hill, here in the Necropolis. Talking with the birds or ringing on his bell, St. Mungo fished for salmon at the bottom of this hill, here in the Necropolis. John Knox disapproves of all your basing and your shouting and your God with horns and hooves. We waited on the Bridge of Sighs for you to check your phone. Your mother came to pick you up, then she drove you home. I walked up through the graveyard, looked back out to the west, and I listened to the hoodie crows and wondered what comes next. A genius of memory, we walked among the stones. I felt your fingers touching mine, and I felt safe and free. A genius of memory, we walked among the stones. I felt your fingers touching mine, and I felt safe and free. Goodness me. I forgot the name of John Knox.
You got there though, in the
That
end.
way, when I went, here in the necropolis. Nothing.
Isn't it funny that words do that sometimes?
Yeah.
They just absolutely disappear when you need them most.
I keep doing that thing where I leave the comments open, and as people put up comments, and my eye, they flicker. I should hide them because I do that all the time.
Maybe you should start putting the comments in your songs.
I know. Yes, please, Leonard Cohen. Oh, what am I singing? That's what I should have done. You're absolutely... That, Jenny Sturgeon, is a bloody good idea. I'm going to do that next time. There we go.
I think
I'll let you get on with it now.
That'd be like ultimate. It'd be a good songwriting exercise, wouldn't it? You could just come up with a whole new song based on the comments.
And it'd be nice because it'd be all like, I'm wonderful. I'm the Strathspey
Findlay,
King.
you are wonderful.
What's it say? I'm just looking for ones about you, Ralph. While you
God.
sing your song and I'll knock one out.
You're
I'll
gonna,
knock one out, right?
I'm going to get really embarrassed. That's going to be your final song of the night, is it?
Excellent, Jenny. We're applauding from home. Excellent, Jenny. I have the book here beside me. Jenny, I'm enjoying your lovely music. Us too, we're enjoying it from Halifax. Stand Southeast London. Sorry, I'll let you do your thing. I'm being a twat.
Oh, that's brilliant. Well, it's nice hearing Jenny in a song. It's good. I think we're onto something, Findlay. If I can hold it together to actually sing another song, that is. Yeah. So I think this is the last round of songs. And I saw someone in the comments mentioning that they'd come along to a Northern Flyway gig. It was a project I did with Inga Thompson, the fabulous Inga Thompson, who is a brilliant songwriter and player of all the instruments and singer, and she's a wonderful human, and did this amazing project called Northern Flyway, which was inspired by bird ecology and mythology and bird song. And I wrote this song about the nomadic birds, so things like waxwings and the thrushes that around this time of year are sort of travelling their way around Europe, really trying to find food, so berries and things. And I've not actually seen a waxwing this year yet, but lots of redwings and field fairs and things, which is always nice. And I quite like this idea that they don't ever go back. Well, they go back to the same place to breed, but they go different places every winter to find food. And I worked on Fair Isle for a little while, which is an island off Shetland, and they do lots of ringing there, so bird ringing, put little metal rings on birds' legs, and there was a bird that was ringed while I was there, and a waxwing. It was ringed there, and then I happened to be down in Aberdeen and went out with a load of birders, and they re-caught this bird a few days later, and then it was photographed down in Wales, and so within a space of a week it had gone. It was quite interesting to see this journey of this bird. So yeah, this is Nomad, and I'm gonna get Bob on the go again in Findlay. I've got a little shruti box here with me with a foot pump. So this is Nomad.
I had to run out the room because I thought Lulu would come and join me on it, but she's fallen asleep.
Aww. She's taken up your mantle with the snoozing.
Yeah, totally. Well, it's a rare occurrence, but she has managed to do it. So this is my last one as well. I'm going to do this John Prine song. John Prine was unfortunately was one of the first celebrities we lost to coronavirus, and this is my favourite John Prine song, and it was kind of the one. we ended up making a YouTube video of it, and Lucy appears in the background with an electric guitar, and then she found a tenor guitar, and if you look at my face, I didn't know what tuning the tenor guitar was in, and she picks it up, and at the end she starts like strumming the tenor guitar and singing along, and thankfully it was in the same tuning
What are the
as the song,
chances?
and it was like, and so you see me go, yeah, it's like so good. Just the way it's like written all over my face, going, no, we're gonna have to record this again.
I've not seen it. I'll have to do a wee Google after the show. All these things to look forward to, Findlay. All these pictures of your surfboard and you with the hat, the glass bowl hat.
My glass hat, yeah.
This video.
I'll don my glass hat, my glass helmet. Not very good if you're on a motorbike or anything.
No.
Total disaster.
But you'd look great though.
It'd look like a glass bullet. But that's it. That's like my new. You know how what's his name wants us to retrain. I'm going to start making glass motorbike helmets.
Do you know what I did that
just
thing?
To help with the population control.
Did you do the government quiz as to what you should retrain as?
I tried, but the website had crashed because all
really?
the artists were on. The best I heard was Taylor Parks, the fantastic journalist, music journalist, and he got stuntman. What did you get?
I got actor. I was like, oh, just casually retrain as an actor in Shetland and do what? Like it's what?
Well, the arts are. Oh, that's absolutely brilliant. That's like telling you, oh my god, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
You're a singer-songwriter. Why don't you train as a violinist?
Yeah, exactly. It's brilliant. Sterling advice as always. From
I got a mad acting gig and it went on the telly recently.
I saw your hair. It looked amazing.
Oh man, it was great.
Did you get to take it home?
Well, unfortunately, they had to pull it off my scalp, having glued it on.
Oh,
I'm not
crikey.
joking. Very sore. It won't hurt much, said the lady.
What was the gig?
It's called
the
The
acting
Spanish
gig?
Princess, and I had to sing a little bit of a song in it. It was really good fun. It was amazing. It was actually amazing. It was like that, like driving onto the set, and there was people in armor on horseback. And then like guys, and then like like techies, like in their black t-shirt and their black combat shorts in Bristol, smoking fags, and next to like horses. And, and people wandering around in their sort of like Catherine of Aragon and all that.
Wow.
The best bit was that me and two of the real actors, we were all getting our makeup done together, we all met in the morning to get the first bit of makeup done, and then I had to go in and get a wig fitted, but I didn't realise that they were all getting wigs fitted, and we all met on set in a tent backstage, and I was like, hello, I'm Findlay, nice to meet you. And hi, I'm Andy, I'm Charlotte, nice to meet you. And we were like, oh, you were they were it's the same people. Like it's like we just all had really nice wigs and stupid clothes on.
Yeah. Did you just feel like you took on another personality with the wig, or was it just...
It was the same as my hair before I got my head shaved, just before I was 19, and that was the end of my hair.
Yeah.
So it was actually slightly better than that. So I was just going like this, and I was going like that. Oh, it's great. And it was the same length and the same colour, and I was like, oh man, I remember this. This was great. This is really good. Like, it was, I mean, honestly,
happy
like,
times.
Who is it? I found out the other day that do you know that Sean Connery was completely bald?
No.
Sean Connery was completely bald for years and years. He just said, when I do an acting role, you'll just have to stick a wig on me.
What?
And that's what they did. Yeah.
Isn't
that brilliant?
It is
and I'm
good,
like,
isn't it?
Maybe I should just do that. Like every album, just get another wig.
A different hairstyle.
Just get a different hair. Like I'll just get like a Bond wig and a Hunt for Red October wig.
Oh right. I thought you said a blonde wig. I was like, a Bond wig?
A Bond wig.
Bond
James
wig.
Bond.
What would that even look like?
It would make me look exactly like Sean Connery.
I think so.
And suddenly I would be Sean Connery.
Sir Sean.
Yeah. And I could get a Roger Moore one. I think it would be great. Actually, last time I was at the Green Note, we saw a Bond. We saw the most recent one. He was in a cafe along the street.
Daniel Craig?
Yeah.
I don't know why I said it in that accent.
What was mad about it? Yeah, we saw Daniel Craig, or maybe it wasn't Daniel Craig. Maybe it was the other guy. I've forgotten his name. He's a really famous actor. Anyway, everyone's desperate to hear this song now. A man came to our house. I believe it was yesterday. I would have invited him in, but I didn't have a lot to say. His anticipation of me opening the door outweighed my apprehension as I never had before, and drove my concentration right through that hardwood floor. I'm taking a walk, I'm going outside. I'm taking a walk, just getting by. There's a girl in the White House. I don't even know her name. Her disheveled appearance speaks volumes of shame. It's an embarrassing situation just the same. The way she walks on others and never takes the blame upsets my constitution beyond its mortal frame. I'm taking a walk, I'm going outside, I'm watching the birds, I'm just getting by. Found a card in the pocket of my worn out overalls. From a girl in Cedar Rapids, now residing in Idaho Falls. Well, I wish you could have been there when she opened up the door and looked me in the face like she never did before. I felt about as welcome as a Walmart superstore. I'm taking a walk, I'm going outside. Thank you. There's my lockdown anthem.
Woo!
I did my own backing
That was
vocals.
great. I know. I was singing them as well, but
oh, there'll be a delay.
You know.
It would be- yeah. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Jenny. That was really good. That was a great laugh.
it was really good fun.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you guys. That was amazing. Oh, it was
thank
just
you.
absolutely wonderful. It's just so nice to hear such great songwriting, such great performers. Oh yeah, lovely. Thank you so much to Jenny and Findlay. Thank you so much to all of you that have joined us this evening and have been commenting like mad. It's great to have all of you with us and sort of making it feel like a live show as best as possible in these weird and wonderful times. I would like to second. Findlay, have you muted yourself? Or
I just muted myself. So that
there we go. Like, sorry, we can hear you breathe. I would like to.
So you couldn't hear me breaking wind.
Oh, okay. Okay. Some people ask what it's like to be in or what it would be like to be in a retirement home for old singer-songwriters. I wouldn't say that it was anything like this in any way, shape or form. Brilliant. I'm completely nonplussed now. That's nonplussed me more than the technical stuff. I would like to second Findlay's recommendation of the Charlie Dore album. Those of you who've been with us since lockdown will have seen Charlie Dore play. It's a fantastic record. So do go and check that out, as well as Jenny and Findlay's stuff. So let's have we're sort of at the end. Let's have a real quick round the merch table type chat. Really just so that we sort of know what you're doing and what's coming up, any maybe releases, maybe some real shows, maybe some Patreon stuff if you're doing that, or Bandcamp or anything like that. We can find out what's going on there. So Jenny, what have you got going on over the next sort of couple of weeks?
That is a good question. I suppose I've got this new record which was out last month. So if you want to go and check that out, that'd be great. You can get it on download or CD on LP you can get a link to it through my website, and there are plans afoot. I'm in a band called Salt House, and we've got plans we're in the process of recording bits of an EP, so that'll be out in the new year. And I've got a podcast series as well called The Living Mountain Conversations, which is on all the usual places, and I chat to various different people about the mountains, and if you're into podcasts, that you might enjoy that. But I suppose that's about it, really. And yeah, thanks so much to everybody for tuning in. It's so nice to see your comments and feel that warmth of a gig, even though, I'm sat in my house with just my pepper plant.
And what about you, Findlay? What's going on in that way?
I've got loads going on, actually. It's quite funny. I've got Angus Lyon and I have made a record called It Is What It Is, which is nearly finished. Megan Henwood and I are well into the second Story Song Scientists EP that we were supposed to be touring right now. So we've it's all written and it's pretty much all recorded. We've done it. We just did it through lockdown, just sending tracks back and forward. So that's nearly done. The Ledger, which is a project I did with my wife Gillian Frame and Mike Vass, was launched in May.
And it's up for an award.
It's up for an award, that's right. It's up for Album of the Year at the Scots Trad Music Awards.
Fantastic.
And it's like proper, if you like your folk music traditional, it's for you. It's like classic Scottish folk songs. And what else have I got? Boo Hewardine and I have got a thing that we can't really talk about yet, but we'll be telling everyone about it next week, so keep an eye on social media.
That sounds exciting.
It is very exciting. Thanks to Creative Scotland, it's going to be brilliant. And I've got another thing as well. I might be doing a thing for gig-wise, pre-records for Celtic Connections. A lot of Celtic Connections is online this year, so people are trying to do pre-records, but we got locked down again at 6 o'clock tonight, so I don't know what's going to happen with that, but there are things afoot. Many things afoot.
Oh well, that all sounds absolutely amazing. I feel that I don't
And
really do
Patreon.
enough listening. And Patreon. If you go to Findlay site, you'll see you'll see all of the things that he's up to. I feel very, very, very lazy listening to what Findlay's up to. But thank you so much to all of you who have tuned in this evening. We are here every Wednesday and Friday for the foreseeable future, bringing you the best music that passes across the Green Note stage from all around the world. So do just sort of tune in 8 p.m. UK time, and you'll just hear some amazing stuff. Always. So thank you once again to Jenny and Findlay. If you are able and if you have the ability, please do donate. You'll find the links in any of the descriptions in the social media channels on which you're watching, in the Facebook page, on YouTube. If you're able, please do donate, as nobody's obviously playing live at the moment, and please do follow these artists on their various social media channels in order to engage with them and see what they're up to. So all I have to say is thank you very much once again, Jenny, Findlay. Thank you everybody so much for watching.
Thanks,
and we're going to
folks.
say good night. Good night, everybody.
Cheers.
Night, everyone.